What do you do when you are the one that fears commitment? How do you hit on a guy in a busy workplace, and how do you hit on a guy at school? Welcome to Ask Mark. It's week number 76 here from beautiful New Zealand. I'm in Christchurch today and it's great to be here. Hey, if you're not already there, join the Facebook group. We've got the master coaches in there helping you personally with your questions. We've got myself, Jamia and Brett all in there, and the academy is going gangbusters now. Make sure you're in there, get involved with that. We're doing talkbacks every single month. It's exciting, as is this video and question. Let's get into it. Lily says, so what do you do when you are the one, the girl, who fears the commitment? Okay, this is something that I don't deal with as commonly. Clearly, clients who go to a dating/relationship/life coach are not often the ones who themselves are fearing commitment. So Lily, great job asking the question to begin with. First of all, you've got to decide if the juice is worth the squeeze. By that I mean, if you're fearing commitment, you're at a crossroads between I hate commitment and I kind of want some company and want to be in a relationship. Okay, you've got to make a conscious decision because this is going to be uncomfortable. You gotta want this. You gotta be ready to handle the pain, the fears, the anxiety. You gotta know what's coming when you choose relationship. So first of all, make a decision in your head that I'm going to go this way. Second, write down commitment equals. Finish that sentence a few times. Write down relationships equal. Finish that sentence a few times. See what you come up with. Next, step 2, ask yourself, where did those beliefs come from? Find examples of where those beliefs came from, and it'll make sense. You go, oh, commitment means control because, hey, I was in a controlling relationship all that time. That makes a lot of sense. Relationships mean constriction. Hey, I was in that relationship where my partner didn't let me do anything. Well, it makes a lot of sense that I would fear commitment. Then you've got to start to internalize. This is the theory part 3. Internalize that relationships don't have to be that way. A good exercise to do with this is to find 10, 20, even 50 examples of couples who are not like that. Relationships that are not like that. Go out and find them. You want to bury this belief, right? You want to bury it such that you can no longer believe, by seeing all these examples, that commitment necessarily means control or even means control at all, that commitment or relationships mean restriction or even restriction at all. That's the theory side. Now the practical side. You've got to figure out where exactly in the process of building a relationship, i.e. the dating process, this is going to come up. For example, does it come up on the first date? Does it come up after you've slept with a guy? Does it come up when a guy is actually interested in you? When he says, hey, I really like you and I see you going this somewhere. And you're like, ah. Right? Where is it coming up? Find that spot, because that's the change point. That's the point where you're going to have to breathe, get through your anxieties, remember why you're doing this, and sit there with it. And go, yes, I see this going somewhere with you too. This, by the way, is why it's so important to date secure men. If you're fearing commitment, you're naturally going to attract men that are desperate for commitment, right? Because their model of the world is that commitment's hard to get, so they go after it heaps. Your model of the world is that it's scary, so you run from it. So the two of you kind of fit together nicely, and it doesn't end well. So you've got to go after secure men. You've got to make sure you're dating secure men. If you don't know what I'm talking about, pick up the book Attached by 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐈𝐿. Know how to spot secure men versus anxious men. Make sure you're dating secure men whom you can talk about this with, and they'll be cool with it. Good question. Good question, Lily. So both theory and practical stuff to do there. As I step out of camera, let's get to question 2, which is Victoria. And Victoria says, hi Mark. I currently work in a woolen mill in the UK, and the department I work at is mainly women, but there's one guy who comes in every now and again who I've been attracted to for the past year. I've exchanged a few words with him every now and then and again, or say hello or good morning, but I don't get the opportunity to chat to get to know him better. Do you have any advice on how to strike up a conversation in a busy environment? We have a woman who just posted in the Facebook group. And it was a pretty sad post, frankly. She said, oh, I'm bummed. If I was more confident, I would have had this guy. Long story short, she's been crushing on the mailman for a year. The mailman's now said that he met someone 5 months ago. So she's like, I had 7 months there where I did nothing. You've had a year here, okay? A year is far, far too much time for this to go by without you giving it a shot. So if you've got enough time to say hello or goodbye, you've got enough time to get little sound bites in that will build the rapport. Basically 2 ways to go about this, slowly or direct. Slowly, little sound bites, build the rapport. What are you up to this morning? Oh, my dog. Oh, great, that's cute. Have a great day. You build these things up. Next time you see him, oh, how's your dog? Been any new places lately? Yeah, came to work with me. Oh, what's your work? Da-da-da. He's doing the same for you, assuming he's attracted, and those sound bites build. Pretty soon, you know each other enough, the sound bites are built into a proper conversation, you get a mutual interest, establish if he's single, and give him your number, invite him out to drinks, whatever it is. Okay, you just got to get those sound bites rolling. You've had a year. Get the sound bites rolling, build them up. If there's opportunity for 10 seconds, there's opportunity for 30 seconds, I guarantee it. The other thing you can do is direct, which I love. It can take a bit of courage. Literally just saying, hey, before you go, I'm curious. We never get to chat in here. Are you single? Oh, yes, no, maybe. Okay. He says yes, okay. Let me give you my number. You should give me a call. Boom, done. You should do that. You should just have a go with it. You know, go for no. Just bury in there. If you get rolled, you get rolled. That's what life's about. It's about being proud of your action, not the results. You got this, Victoria. You got this. Let's get to the last question, which is from, it's from 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒, who says, hey Mark, I know you have videos about it, but I wanted to ask, I like a guy from school, he is like too social and we don't have any friends in classes or anything in common, any classes in common, friends in common, any friends or classes in common, we're getting there. I don't know how to approach him, I'm a shy person and I really don't know how I can meet him. I'm talking to his friend about it, but I don't know if it would be good. What do you suggest? Okay. So it can be tricky in these busy environments where there's lots of school social stuff going on. I would definitely be thinking social events. There's always going to be high school parties, social events. People tend to gel in those events. So if there's any sorts of social events you can get to, don't drink if you're underage, get to those. Meet him there. Second, I would say if you can catch eyes in the hallway, if you can build his interest, even just the times you see him, hold that eye contact, that could work for you as well. It does take courage, but it often works well. Other options, you can bring in friends. Number one, you can just ask it, if there's anyone that knows him, you can ask for an introduction that you know a little bit. If there's literally no mutual friends, ask one of his friends if he's single. Ask one of his friends if he's single. The reason is not so much actually to find out if he's single, though it's a useful thing to know. The reason is because you know that his friend will tell him. You know his friend will tell him, and thus his response, he'll either avoid you more at that point or he'll show more interest in you. Back to the eyes in the hallway, right? Or even the social events. So you'll get really good information from the way he reacts to finding out that you asked that he was single. That's good. Failing that, your only real option is to meet him online, which a lot of young people are doing these days. I don't think it's the best way to build your confidence. Consider it kind of your last resort. That's us, Mark, from Christchurch. Thank you for having me in New Zealand. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. I can't wait to come back. It's been a blessing filming here, even if it is kind of cold. Hey, don't forget to leave your thoughts, comments, questions all below. Hit the big red subscribe button with the little bell and the thumbs up button if you enjoy the content. Join me in the Facebook group and in the Academy as well, and I'll see you in Ask Mark next week.